Welcome to DEESIDAR General. I am Anthony, your tutorial guide for today. This is a tutorial session on how to get the most out of your DEESIDAR software. At DEESIDAR, we aim to assist you to make the best decisions that you can with the information you have. By watching this video, you are to be congratulated. You are someone who is making a positive effort to improve the results of the decisions they make. By being here today, you've made a choice to improve your decisions, and we at DEESIDAR are here committed to helping you achieve that. And we thank you for that, and you should be commended for that. For many of us, decision making causes stress and discomfort that results in procrastination and avoidance of the issue that is in question. This then can lead to hurried and poorly considered decisions. The spiraling effects of bad decisions can lead to a low quality of life, both physically and mentally. The DEESIDAR software aims to reduce the decision maker's stress, allow one to feel comfort in the decisions they make, and reduce procrastination. DEESIDAR provides a means whereby the most important criteria of a decision can be carefully scrutinized and measured, resulting in a careful, determined solution. Let us now use the software to investigate the basic steps of decision making. A good decision is a decision that best meets the desired outcome. This statement can be used to set up the structure of the decision making process. The first step is to define the choice. Dorothy Brand, a writer well ahead of her time, once wrote, "A problem clearly stated is a problem half solved." It is by no accident that step one of DEESIDAR decision-making system is to clearly express the question or dilemma. Let's set the scenario. I've been to a number of car companies around and I've narrowed my choice down to 2 cars. I've got all the finance details on them, the economy of the cars. I've driven both of them. I'm very familiar with both sales and the details in both sales and the details on both cars. Step 1 of DEESIDAR is to select the question. So you come here to step 1 in the top window of the software package. Click on select the template question or write question arrow down, and you are given a list of template questions to choose from. You scroll down, there's various types here: household goods, your property, the car, investing, completing a task, etc. So we're going to the car, and here, now that we have selected the question, we need to choose whether it's 2 options or a yes and no. So there are these 2 radio buttons on the lower section of part 1, and you click on option A and B because we are looking at 2 types of cars. Option A will be car from dealer A, and option B will be car from dealer B. The second step of DEESIDAR is to select the system's criteria. These are the items that are important to you as a purchaser of the products. This is a list of the criteria that's important for the purchase of the car. It should be placed in order of importance. The most important at the top and the least important at the bottom. This is called the criteria ladder. DEESIDAR provides a number of template criteria that automatically populate the list of criteria. As you can see here, when I click on the criteria step 2 arrow down button. DEESIDAR allows up to 8 different decisive factors to be entered for measurement. You have the option to modify this list or create your own list of the criteria. Should you don't believe the template that's put there represents your true indication on the matter. DEESIDAR requires you to put the criteria in order of importance. For example, in my case, which car should I purchase? I believe that safety features is more important than fitness for purpose. So I will switch this around. By putting the order of importance, DEESIDAR then can weigh naturally the importance of each criteria. This brings up the next step, comparing and scoring the choices against each criteria. Consider one criteria at a time and then see how the choices compare when judged on that criteria. Use the toggle switches to increment the scores up and down by 5 points at a time. Ensure the higher score is given the product that conforms more desirably to the criteria. During my survey, I found that option A had better safety features than option B. Option B was slightly cheaper than option A, therefore the price difference goes in option B's favour. Fitness for purpose was more conforming to my desires in option A than option B, so fitness for purpose goes in favour of option A. Ride and comfort was marginally better in option A. Aesthetics was also marginally better in option A. However, the economy of option B was far superior to option A. Insurance costs were going to be about the same, and option B has a very large dealership very close to my home. Option A is slightly further away with their dealership. So as a result, we end up with these scores. Once all the criteria are measured, you are now ready to calculate your best answer to the decision. Notice I say your best answer. The scoring is your scoring. The software is allowing you to systemize your thoughts so you can carefully weigh up the decision according to what is important to you. So in step 4, press the calculate button now and you will see the raw score and the DEESIDAR score up here. You will see to the right of the calculate button the raw score. The raw score is the total score of all your judgments without considering any weighting of the importance of each criteria, and it's out of 800. The next line below the raw score is the DEESIDAR score. The DEESIDAR score is out of 100 and it's the same as a percentage basis system. The score takes into consideration the importance of each of the criteria relative to each other on the criteria of importance ladder. DEESIDAR applies a natural weighting to the scores so that items higher up the criteria ladder receive more high scoring effect. You'll notice that although the raw scores has a fairly large difference, the DEESIDAR score is not so. DEESIDAR recommends the choice as being very close and recommends that you proceed with caution. So to conclude today's tutorial, we'll just revise through the steps we undertook. The first step was to define the dilemma or the question. Clearly define it. The second step was to put out the options, whether it was a yes or no, or an option A or option B. The next step was to select the criteria and then list them down and then rate them in order of importance to you as the person making the decision. Once that was done, we then needed to rate each of the options criteria in a pairwise comparison manner. So we checked option A against option B for each of the criteria and scored them accordingly. We then came up with a result. We calculated that result. The DEESIDAR system took into consideration the importance of the criteria and recommended the level of confidence that you can make the decision with. Thank you for watching today's tutorial, and I look forward to presenting you more tutorials on the DEESIDAR product. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to write into us. We always welcome your feedback on the software and on the product. And we hope that your decisions are good decisions. All the best for your future. Thank you.